I hear Drew. Come say hi to Daddy. Hey, come here. Come here.
Go this way.
Go this way. Come here.
Go this way.
Go this way. Good morning. I missed you yesterday.
Go this way.
Go this way. I love you.
Dial say.
Go this way. Okay. All right.
Go
this way. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Sunday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedist, you need Brock. You need a roof. You call Parish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, and On Fire Athletes platform powered by GameCoin. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's having a great day. Bit odd when I've watched every pitch, every at-bat of this LSU baseball season, and yesterday a massive doubleheader with Texas A&M, and I watched 0 pitches of it. I was at Pearl Jam, had an awesome time. We got out of Baton Rouge by 10:30, drove down, caught Cowboy Mouth first, and then there were 2 other bands on the main stage, and then Pearl Jam, which was awesome. So Pearl Jam, and then grabbed some food, and then came back. So missed both games entirely. I did watch highlights and get caught up on them. I'll say what you got from Anderson and Ianson is exactly what you needed, which was length. Because if you had to use bullpen arms in game 1, you weren't going to be able to use them in game 2. And so Anderson giving you some length was good. Cowan, unfortunately, got touched a little bit. Go this way. Go this way. But the really good news, obviously, with Ianson.
Go this way.
Go this way. The good news with Ianson, Ianson throwing a complete game is on 112 pitches is incredible. And it saved Case and Evans. So now you go into game 3 today in the rubber match with a giant advantage tilt toward LSU with Case and Evans on the mound. So, love to see the offense get going a little bit. Very disappointing to see Prager and Lampkin really handcuff you the way that they did. This Prager's a great pitcher. Go this way. Prager's a great pitcher. He was awesome for A&M a year ago, all the way through the championship series. Go this way. But he has... Go this way. But he has really struggled this year, especially in conference play. Went into that game yesterday with a 2-3 record and ERA and SEC play north of 6, an opponent batting average against of 321. It's just for him to handcuff you the way he did is go this way. Okay, now watch out the window. That's enough. Okay. Really disappointing to see the offense get handcuffed the way it did, and it's starting to make you wonder, like, is this offense going to snap out of it and break through against good pitching? They look great in the midweek, but against good SEC pitching, they have really struggled. Against a bullpen day from Tennessee last Sunday, they look great. Against Liam Doyle, not so much. So Miles Patton goes today for A&M, and it's similar. I mean, he's a lefty with an ERA just under 5, about a strikeout per inning pitched. So very similar to what you've seen already. See if they can break through. Okay, please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Say some good mornings here. Chef, good morning. Leon, Devin, Kirk, good morning, everybody. Hey, Ben, good morning. Watch what you ask for, Devin. We may get a few more of them here. How was PJ? They were awesome, man. The set list is you can find the set list. They on their Instagram. Eddie always writes the set list. I think I told you this. He writes every set list in calligraphy. And so and then they'll post it on so they open with Corduroy, then do the Evolution, Why Go, which was awesome. Elderly Woman Behind the Counter, Small Town. They did 2 songs from Dark Matter. And one of them was React Respond, which I didn't really recognize. And then they did Wreckage, which is a pretty good song. And then they kind of started to get into their jams. They went Daughter, Even Flow, Tremor Christ, Love Boat. Well, Love Boat Captain wasn't really a hit. That was a little bit of an oddity. I've never heard him play that live. Red Mosquito, Black, Jeremy, State of Love and Trust, Better Man, and then this is how they came down the. They went Better Man, Porch, which was awesome. Alive, which I thought they might go off with Alive and then come back and do an encore, but they went Alive into Yellow Ledbetter, which I thought was going to be the finish, and then they went into Bubba O'Reilly, Teenage Wasteland from The Who, which they cover a lot, which I thought was going to be the finish. Then they played Rockin' in the Free World, which is Neil Young song that they cover, and I'll finish with. So it was awesome. So really, really great. Awesome show. And they sounded great. Energy was great. Weather was great. Everything was great. Hey, Leon, if LSU wins today, will we rank number 1? Probably. After Texas losing to Arkansas. The GOAT, good morning. Thomas, good morning. Rooney, good morning. Kirk, that was a masterpiece we witnessed last night. Yeah, I mean, sorry I missed it. It sounded awesome. I was having a good time, though. Hey, Brett, good morning. Milton, good morning, Matt and Drew. Go this way. How was Jazzfest? It was great, man. And I did get to meet Mark Satanovich, as I've been calling him Vitanovich all these years. Mark Satanovich, randomly, as I'm leaving amid 200,000 people, Mark spotted me and came up and said hello. It was great to meet him. Caleb, let's see, Cade Nines and both to be top 5 pitchers in the SEC outside of LSU people. I don't know if people realize how special this duo is. It's funny too, man, because not too long ago, a lot of people weren't super jacked about Einstein, but boy, is he good. Hey, Thomas, good morning. Robert, good morning. Pearl Jam was incredible. Audio was a little, really? Oh, man, mine sounded great where I was. Then again, I was close. I shoved my way to the front about 30 yards from the stage. I was like front, if you're facing the stage, front left about 30 yards back. So we had great, I'd say seats, but we had a great little area that we found to stand. Bubba, good morning. How will the number of songs in the Pearl Jam set impact LSU's RPI? I'm sure that is a reference to a piece Hunt did this week at LouisianaSports.net about how Missouri being 0-21 in the SEC would affect LSU's RPI. Let's see, Boo Daddy saw some videos on YouTube. Eddie sounded great. He did, man. Sounded great. They all sounded great. For a bunch of 60-year-old dudes, not even for with that caveat, like they sounded great regardless. Aaron, good morning. Jacob, good morning. Go Tigers. Who do you believe gets started on the mound today? Oh, it'll be Case and Evans. I mean, it's after last week. I think that's the approach, right, that you see now, which is is if they can get through if they can get through games 1 and 2 without using Case and Evans, he'll start game 3. And I think that's the right approach. But I also think if you need Case and Evans to win games 1 or 2, you throw him. Like, if you have a lead and you have an opportunity to get home, you use him. Now, Rizzy, Rizzy went an inning in 2/3, struck out 4, walked 1, didn't allow a hit. So, so that was great. And hopefully that's a guy that's emerging. I always talk about guys you need to emerge out of the bullpen. Maybe that's a guy that you're going to count on. Morning, Matt. With a doubleheader yesterday, our pitching was outstanding, but our defense slipped to lose the first game. Mindset was spectacular. Yeah, Stanfield sounded like had a rough day out in center. And that's just one of the only run that Anderson gave up was the fly ball that Stanfield kind of lost in the sun. Yeah, rough day for Chris. It happens, man. And the bummer is whenever it's not your day and you got to play 18 innings, like you're going to get 10 at bats and you have to play in the field 18 innings, and it's a long day when it's not your best day. The great thing about baseball is you could have a bad day and then you just flush it and come back the next day and play. Like today, Stanfield may be great, but yesterday he just had to fight through the whole thing. But still, you'd hope that you'd gotten more than one run. Hey, Aaron, good morning. Dad, good morning. Trent, good morning. They were great, man. I've seen Pearl Jam plenty over the years. That was that might be the best one I've seen yet. And a band is a lot like anybody else. Like you can have a bad day at work. They can have a bad day on stage where they're not feeling it, don't sound great. Like that happens just like you can have a bad day at work. I have bad shows, but they were great. They were great yesterday. Go Tigers, go Pearl Jam. Jason, you're alive, Matt, from New Orleans Jazz Fest. Thank God. Got Morgan. I'm good, man. People were great and happy and wonderful, and just a beautiful sunny day. People in a good mood. Had some fish tacos at Jazz Fest that tasted great. Yeah, man. Awesome day. Hey, Zachary. We got to go this way on Locked On. Thomas, I wish Jay would have put Evan instead of Cowan in. Easy to say with the benefit of hindsight, man, but Cowan's been awesome for you. He's been awesome for you all year, He got touched up. It happens. A lot of pitching available today. Anthony was insane yesterday. Yeah, the good thing is that even after Case and Evans today, you could bring back Zach Cowan. You could throw Connor Ware. You could throw William Schmidt. You throw Connor Binge. And you have plenty of arms to get through it today. So hopefully Evans can give you some length. David, I'd like to see A&M go to the Clemson or Florida State Regional. Far away from here. The GOAT saw Cowboy Mouth and Nola at the Super Bowl. Crowd was small, not into it. The lead singer walked in the crowd and got everyone to the stage, dancing and singing. Great band. Yeah, so Fred LeBlanc is the lead singer of Cowboy Mouth. He is 100% energy, and he demands it from the crowd as well. So he can hold them in the palm of his hand, man. They're great. He's not just going to get up there and sing and play and see if the crowd reacts to him. He's going to make everybody engage. Ryan, lineup change in the second game made 0 sense. Let's see. So I told y'all I didn't get to watch. I know Curiel had a tough day. He didn't get on base either game. Let's see. Curiel, Jones, Pearson. So what went lefty with Pearson. Okay, interesting. Dickinson, Brown, Hernandez. Braswell, Milam, Stanfield. Okay, that was game 1. So in game 2, he went Fry DH'd. Oh, Fry played right. I knew he was going to do that. Jones, Fry, Curiel. So he led off Jones. Oh, God. Dickinson, Pearson, Braswell. Stanfield and left. Curiel to center. So after Stanfield had a rough day, we moved him to left. Stanfield, Milam, Aaron Beatty. I know that they're catching Aaron Beatty because clearly Ianson prefers Aaron Beatty.
What is that?
And that's fine. There's some pitchers that prefer a certain catcher, and if they have a good rapport, okay, you'll sacrifice the bat if it makes you better at catcher. Jones leading off, Fry in right, Curiel in center, Stanfield in left. Oh my God, that is off the top of my head, I'm going to go ahead and say that's the first time all season we've seen that lineup. I don't know definitively, but I'd be willing to bet that's the first time all season we've seen that lineup. Wow. Seth, good morning. Heading to the golf course. How was Pearl Jam? They were awesome, man. Hit them straight. Ronnie, good morning. Jeffrey, good morning. We did make the whiskey bet on the Cubs and the Yanks. Hey, Brad, good morning. Zachary, pop-ups are getting kind of out of hand at this point. Spurge, good morning. Irfan Sayad, Gamoggan. Keith, Arkansas scares me out. Arkansas has been really good all year, man. There was one point in the season where they were ranked number 1 in the country. But playing in Fayetteville at Baum Walker is just a different beast. Like, that is a very hard place to go play and try to win. I mean, LSU got swept there last year. It's a very hard place to go play. Hey, Austin, good morning. Einstein had to become superhuman to get that win. I'll take it. Good morning from the whole family here. Good morning, man. You feel great about it, man, because now with Anderson Einstein, you've got a 1-2 punch. You feel like you can take into any super regional and win. David, you survived Jazzfest, I see. Let's go shove it down the Aggies' throat today. Finish off the series. Yes, sir. Brad, good morning. How do you think LSU would have done in 2011 if Crackthorpe would have been the coordinator? Brad, I think they would have done just fine, man. I'm not sure how different it would have been. He was still on staff. And, I mean, that was the best team in the history of LSU until 2019 came along. So I think they were really good anyway. Hey, Lance, good morning. Club, good morning. Stoked for you, man. Your fit look good. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Alon Apparel folks who sent me their Jazzfest shirt. So I got to wear that bright yellow shirt. I got a lot of people noticed the bright yellow shirt yesterday. So, a lot of people asking me where I got it. Guy Brooks, good morning. Tim Gotro, good morning. Truitt Glass, second game lineup threw me for a loop. Stanfield bat is quiet right now. Why did he sit Brown? Well, why did he sit Brown? Because he's still going to find opportunities to get Fry in the lineup, and that's fine. And by the way, Fry was 3 for 4 in the second game with a double. So, okay. But I would have preferred Fry DH. I just knew, like, Musso, I even talked about that on Friday. I was like, bro, he's just not, I know he's not going to do it. He's got to tinker, man. His team, his program, his great coach. Sometimes those things feel a bit reactionary, though. Hey, Guy, good morning. Tim Gotro, good morning. Oh, sorry, I read that one. Rick, Matt C. Schmidt, Evans, Rizzi, possibly weekend rotation next year. So all of those will be vying for it, yes. Remember also Devin Sheeran, who we haven't seen yet this year, who was the top 10 player in the portal. Not pitcher, player. He was top 10 player in the portal for this year, towards ACL. And then you're going to go into the portal and get a starting pitcher as well, because they've done it every year. So, I mean, you got Skeens Hurd in 23. You've got, last year you got Holman Jump. And this year you got Ianson, Cowan, Sheeran. You know, now Cowan hasn't started, but anyway, so they're going to go in the portal and get proven starting pitching. But all those guys will battle for it. Yes. What food did you try there? All I had was fish tacos, man. You know, I intermittent fast, so I ate fish tacos for lunch and then watched the shows, and then we went to dinner afterwards. Matt, where'd you get your t-shirt? Erica got that for me. I don't know when or where, but I feel like I've had this a long time. And maybe like we all had matching shirts. That feels like an Etsy piece. I don't know. They were great, actually. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. How about Einstein talking his stuff before he stepped off the mound? Dude heard it all game. I was so jacked when he shut them up. Trivia, good morning. Rick, good morning. Matt, in the second game, the biggest question at the plate, Fry had the best day. That was awesome. Again, Rick, I'm not telling you Ethan Fry is a question at the plate, and I believe he should play Ashton Pearson. My point has been that Brown needs to be in right field. What you do at DH, I don't care. Well, I do care, but you want to rotate Pearson, Fry, DH, great. Brown needs to play right field every day. That's been my only point. You want to start Fry, DH? Go ahead. And I hope not, actually. Actually, that would be amazing for the business, but I wouldn't want to go to a concert and hear them play that. That wouldn't be super great. Anyway, here you go.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish Built. Parish Built. Parish Built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
All right. Parish Construction and Roofing. Oh, remember, y'all, next Saturday, so in 6 days, is the Brock game day prep event. So kiddos 6 through 12, excuse me, grades 6 through 12, free physicals at Brock next Saturday. So sign up at brortho.com. And, of course, Parish Construction and Roofing, parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. And I also should mention this. Mother's Day is next week, y'all. And our friends at Unique Physique are about to launch Unique Aesthetics. And they have you can't use this till June, but it's great to buy for Mother's Day now. Great prices on everything. Botox filler, lasers, all the aesthetic treatments. They created a URL for me for the show, shopwithmatt.com. So go to shopwithmatt.com. So our friends at Unique Physique are launching Unique Aesthetics. So you can buy Mother's Day gifts right now. Botox, skin tightening, laser hair removal, all different types of beauty treatments and all that sort of stuff. So you want to check it out. Great idea for Mother's Day. Get great prices. Body contouring, filler, microneedling, skin peels, wrinkle relaxers, all that sort of stuff. So treat mom. Again, you get great prices that are exclusive right now before they open. Let's see. Michael Cook, good morning. Matt Lusto, LeBlanc, such a character. Spoke at Jesuit Assembly. He's alum back in 07. Glad to know he still has the energy. Yep. And I was with a whole bunch of Jesuit dudes yesterday too, man.
What is that?
Blue. Hey, Rick. Good morning. Drew. Peter, what's going on, man? First concert was Cowboy Mouth at Jimmy's with about 50 people in attendance. Yeah, man, we had a great time. We did, man. Thanks. Hey, David. Legend, Drew. Y'all go back and watch the first 60 seconds of the show. Drew opened the door right when we started. Jones destroyed the ball yesterday, 112 off the bat and a strong win. Fry got to stay in the lineup. See, you could say Fry's got to stay in the lineup until he has an 0 for 4. You know, you're a prisoner of the moment. Fry's batting 220 in conference play. So I'm pumped he had a great day yesterday. Yeah, no, Curiel didn't reach base in either game. Oh, John Pearson. John Pearson DH'd in the second game. I guess they were trying to get another right-handed bat in the line, if that makes sense. Austin, let's see. It's a little different. It's called Dark Matter. They played 2 songs from it. Dark Matter's okay. Wreckage is the other one they played, which was good. It was okay. Not my favorite, but okay. Brian, you taking BPC 157 and TB 500. So BPC, yes. I know people have taken them in tandem. I'm not doing that. I'm about to start week 4 of BPC. So for those who don't know, BPC 157 is a peptide that has been proven to help with things like recovery. So I'm taking it in hopes that it helps my back. And it's so you do an 8 weeks, 8 weeks on, 8 weeks off. And so we'll see. So I just finished week 3. And to be perfectly honest with y'all, like the first couple of weeks, I didn't really notice a difference. But by Thursday of last week, so this past Thursday, Friday, I woke up and I felt my back was as loose as it had been waking up in as long as I can remember. Like so much so that I noticed it. Like it doesn't feel perfect, but it was better. And I was like, oh, okay, better is good. So my hope is, the next several weeks, it keeps improving. Hey, Rex, good morning. Bubba, good morning. AJ, good morning. SEC getting rolling. How many teams do you think host? I mean, I'm hesitating because you got to remember now, like, that we would have in our mind maybe a preconceived idea of a number, but adding Texas and Oklahoma to the conference adds to the depth of the conference. So, like, Texas, Arkansas, LSU, Georgia, Tennessee are locks to host. I think Oklahoma is going to host, barring a collapse down the stretch. Bama and Vanderbilt are also at 13 and 10. So I could see those 8 hosting. I could see half of the field being hosts and probably half the national seeds at least. Aaron, good morning. Ribs in the smoker, countdown to game 3. Hopefully take the series today. Yes, sir. Hey, Blair, he said Josh Pearson gave his brother first start in game 2. Didn't get that. He was putting another right-handed bat in the lineup. I mean, I know that's what he was thinking. So yeah. So, I mean, that's absolutely what he was doing, was getting another right-handed bat in the lineup. And yes, Josh went 3 for 3 in game 1 with a walk. Irfan, offense getting handcuffed was the most disappointing part of both games. Thankfully, it was rock solid. If you want to extend at bats against Arkansas, hit a foul ball on the baseline. They can't catch it. Let's troll them on that forever. Janet, look for you at Jazzfest. I was there, Janet, with about 200,000 other people. But I was there. Hey, Rick. Brown should be in the lineup every day. I mean, I've been saying that all year, so it's not like that's a new thing for me. Y'all have heard me say it. There you go. Cortland. Abner. Just made the jingle all right in the world. Until the squeeze, Josh pitch hit for John that bat. I would hope so. What's wrong with Larson's leg? Remember Larson pinch hit a couple of weeks ago and he got a double and rounding first and going towards second. He kind of came up a little lame. He came out of the game after that. I think it was the midweek. I'd be the Northwestern State midweek. That loss. I think it was. And probably say like a quad or a hamstring pull. Looks like he's just favoring it and has been. Robert, any level of concern to be tinkering with the lineup and Sunday pitching this late in the season? So the tinkering with the line. So Jay's always going to tinker. That's what he does. I don't love that, but I'm not the coach of the team. I believe it's unconventional that you're having like the lineup as I just looked at in game 2, like moving Jones to lead off, dropping Curiel after an 0 for day, moving Stanfield out of center. I mean, all that. It feels very reactionary to one day. But coaches do change their lineups. Now, the pitching part of it, I mean, you have guys emerge late in the year. We've talked about it plenty, but you look back to 2023. I mean, Thatcher Hurd struggled throughout the year, came up huge for you in Omaha. It's funny that when I would talk about Shores or Ware and I talk about Floyd, people forget Floyd struggled all year in 23 with consistency. And then in Omaha, he was insane and made himself a first-round draft pick. So it's the nature of it. To win in the postseason in a tournament style like that, you just have to have guys step up because it's a different format than you play all year. Joshua Aaron Judge leads MLB with a 427 batting average this season. Crazy. It's early. But yes. Rex, let's see. Was Lampkin first an LSU recruit, then transferred to A&M when A&M coach went to Texas? No. Lampkin's been at A&M. Matt, could there be teams that don't get to 19 conference wins be national seeds? Sure. I have to check to see if an SEC team has been a national seed with 18 wins. It's probably happened. See, in 23, LSU won 19, but didn't they have the South Carolina game? They were 19-10 because they had a rain out. So yeah, I mean, you could do it without getting to 20. We always talk about 20 just because it's a lock. Like you get to 20, you're in. I would take Anderson Einstein against anyone else's 1-2 in the country. Mark, following your footsteps, just received my DNA methylation test. Have been cold plunging for 2 months. Let me know how it goes, Mark. It's been life-changing for me, man. I hope the same for you. Michael Guidry, morning, Matt. How about the PJ show? Got to hear your Better Man in rearview mirror. Well, they did better. They played Better Man, which was awesome. They did Better Man with the runaway tag, and then they did not play rearview mirror. So I've told you the two. I'm still searching the two songs that I would love to see them play live that I've never seen them play live are Rearview Mirror and Release. So, I would love to see those, but they didn't play them yesterday. That's okay. The set list was awesome. Jonathan Martin, what's up? Randall, Floyd broke the strikeout record. I'm like, yes, he did. It was amazing. As long as I live, I'll never forget it. I remember watching it at Don Juan because T-Bob and I were going to do the post-game whiskey and wine. And when he got to 15 strikeouts, I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't like computing strikeouts throughout the game, but when they flashed it, he was at 15. I was like, he's going to tie Brett Laxton. And then he tied him and passed him. Like, I never thought I'd see that ever. Stanfield came within a few feet of a home run in game 2. I wanted him to get his first home run after the miscues he had in game 1. There you go. Oh, so that's the one I just read. Sorry, Mark. Thank you. Thomas, Stanfield number 1 against SEC. Get back at it today. Yeah, I'm not worried about Chris Stanfield, man. He's a 4-year player who's been really good for you this year. Everybody has a bad day. Randall, let's all be amazed that Missouri is still winless. Unbelievable. I mean, in baseball, eventually it's going to go your way one day. You're going to have a pitcher who's on. You're going to have an opponent who kicks the ball around, can't find the strike zone. 0-23 is remarkable. Hey, Brian, good morning. From Lincoln, Illinois. At least we got a split. Yep. Go get the series today behind Evans. Lance, do you know what the SEC records are for most consecutive losses in a season? That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Good is sweet. Like, I can't ever remember a team losing 23 in a row. I mean, LSU, remember in 08, won 23 in a row, which was an SEC record, which later got tied. But losing 23 in a row is, man, that's hard to fathom in the SEC. B. Lorky, not sure if you're a fan, just went to see Cake in South Haven. No way. Yeah, man. I was a big Cake fan back in high school. Going the distance, sheep go to heaven, goats go to hell. Yeah, man. I Will Survive cover. I didn't even know they were still playing. That's crazy. I would go see Cake. Michael Guidry was pretty epic. Jake, isn't the case that you need to tinker with your pitching and lineup so you get those two remarkable performances like Floyd? No, Jake, you see Floyd, no. Floyd was your number 2 guy the whole season. Like, he never moved off that spot. He was just up and down. Like, he wasn't really consistent throughout the course of the season. They tinkered with their number 3 all throughout the year, where you saw some Thatcher Hurd, you saw some bullpen days, some whole staffs. But no, like, Floyd was the number 2 guy the whole season. Randy, I think 18 wins could get national seats. It just depends, Randy, on what you got to consider with the context of that season, right? Because if you have teams from other conferences that have great years, they could be taking other. It's not just like, could it? Sure. If you're 18-12 in the SEC and you have the number 1 RPI in the country, for example, yeah, like that could happen. But it also matters in the context of the rest of the country. Like, what else? Like the ACC champion who wins 20 games in that league is going to be a national seed, right? So it's like, you also have to consider it like that. Yeah, Devin, I don't know that he will. And that's Carrick Jackson, too. Remember, who was the head coach at Southern. So Carrick Jackson was the head coach at Southern. He left to take a job with MLB. It was, let's see. He left Southern to take a job as the president of the MLB Draft League. So he left Southern in November of 2020 to take the position as the president of the MLB Draft League. And then in 23 was named head coach at Memphis. And after 1 year at Memphis, he was hired by Mizzou. And so now he's in his second season at Mizzou. And he was earlier, like in the early 2010s, he was Missouri's assistant coach and recruiting coordinator. Also, he knew the program. So, then he went and got head coaching experience. So they hired him back, which made sense, but it has not really worked out at all. Let's see. We stand at 15 with Arkansas home and South Carolina road. Should get to at least 19. You got to win today. You win today and get to 16. I think 19 would be absolutely doable. Arkansas is going to be tough, but you get them at home. So you figure even if you won one of those, hopefully you win two on your building, which I would think you will. But get one of those, you should be able to get two at South Carolina. South Carolina's really struggled this year. So, they're the worst team besides Missouri. So never easy to go play on the road in the conference. You can be going against Minary, but if you get today, they get you to 16. 19 should feel like a shoe-in, but you'd really try to, you win this one today, and get to 16. As long as you don't face plant the next 2 weekends, you should be a national seed. Big day today. Missouri's basically a Sun Belt team. That's an insult to some Sun Belt teams. B. Lorky, they were amazing. No opener, 2 sets with an intermission. Venue was South Haven Amphitheater. Okay. Cake. Chris Beck, I love how you interact with your son. You're a special dad. Thank you, Chris. Best compliment anyone could give me, man. But we're blessed, man. Best part every day of my life, man. And thank y'all for being so nice to Drew always. Chance Evans should be fired up to play the Aggies as a Houston kid. Carl the Cat, 1989 Tennessee was 4-23, so Missouri will break the record. So that's the worst record in the history of the SEC is 4-23. But I remember who was the coach from Fullerton that they hired at Tennessee? Serrano. He had some rough years. Dave Serrano, let me see. He had some rough years at Tennessee too. He had a 7-21 year, but even still, think about that, going 7-21 in his last season. Still doesn't even come close to rivaling where Missouri is right now. Hunter, morning, Matt. Any word on the Houston safety? So I was visiting today. Yes, I believe he will commit to LSU, if not today, tomorrow, or earlier in the week. So if he's not already silently committed. He left Miami without committing to them. Miami, the day after he left, took commitment from a safety from Tennessee, and now Halsey's visiting LSU today. And I already told y'all the NIL number that I heard was over $400,000. So because it's on 3 NIL valuations, $400K, and I asked and was told point blank it's higher than that number. So Yes, I believe he will. Like, it can change. Bryce Underwood's proof that anything can change. But I think it's more likely than not that AJ Halsey is going to end up an LSU Tiger. Yes. Devin, does Jay go back to his normal lineup today? I would think so. After Brown had a 3 for 4, after Fry had a 3 for 4, my guess is Fry is going to be in the lineup. You're facing another lefty. So I'm good having Fry in the lineup, right? If you want to put the right in the lineup. But I would have Brown and Wright, and I would DH Fry. That's what I would like to see him do. I would put Curriel back at the leadoff spot where he's been awesome all year. I wouldn't overreact to two bad days or two bad games in one day. What year did the SEC go to a 30-game schedule? Devin said, I want to keep the show going since we got shorted yesterday. Scone shoved at Jazzfest. We had a great day at Jazzfest, man. It's awesome. All right, y'all. I think we're done. We're done. Thanks for being here. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel. Facebook, like the page, share the post. As always, our great sponsors are linked in the description on YouTube and tagged on Facebook. Again, remember, if you're looking for Mother's Day gifts, shopwithmatt.com from our friends over at Unique Physique. They're launching Unique Aesthetics. Should open. They don't have a definitive open date yet, but it will be by June 1st. So that's why they're saying, but it might be earlier. But anyway, so that's a unique URL, shopwithmatt.com. It'll take you to Unique Aesthetics where you can get great deals for Mother's Day. Low prices before they open. You can't use it till they open, obviously, but give it a look. Okay, a few more here. Kelly Gross, good morning. Randy, last night was Thing of Beauty. Made standing for 18 innings of baseball worthwhile and us leaving for LSU forever. RV was bumping. I'm from Louisiana. Randy, we are going to keep it rated G here. Morning Scone is a morning show. Let's make sure we mind the families having their family breakfast and coffee on a Sunday morning. Caleb, you're going to have a long day at the same commentators as yesterday. It'll be all good, man. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks for watching. Y'all have an awesome day. I'm supposed to be emceeing. I am emceeing Clay Young's event this afternoon. Smoke 'em if you got 'em over at Beau Soleil. And so I'm hoping the game times up to where it's done and I can do my Locked On post game and then go to Beau Soleil. I would hate to miss all 3 games this weekend of post game, but sometimes life happens. So anyway, y'all have an awesome day. We'll see you. Peace.